Hello, hello. Hashtag Health, Wealth, Life Day 47. I'm in a bit of a different space today, in a different place. I'm in my car because I'm on the move. I thought about walking down the back in the room. I thought about walking down the street doing this, but I thought, you know what? I'll do it in a different spot and bring a bit of contrast to the videos. Rather than walking down the street, I'll do it with some car in the background. So we could have a short one today because it's a very clear distinction, and I think this distinction it really helped me to understand and give myself a little bit of a break, because I'm very tough on myself and I expect results from myself every single day. And when I'm not doing things that are results producing, which I consider to be results producing, I can give myself a hard time. Maybe you can relate to that. So creating a distinction around that, and what it's about balance is all about in across the whole of your life, not just one section of your life, is really important, because it will take the pressure off. And when the pressure is off, you're able to think more clearly and function more effectively. So have you ever thought, damn, I'm working too hard, or I'm overdoing it, I'm working out too much, or I'm actually relaxing too much now, I'm not doing anything? So that can be tricky, and that's really when life gets out of balance. You know, we've all had it where maybe we're drinking a bit too much at certain points in our lives, or maybe we're eating too much food at certain points in our life, or certain types of food, or maybe we're exercising too much, or not exercising enough and relaxing too much, putting our feet up, watching TV too much. That's out of balance. But the distinction I want to make here is that if you want to really achieve something special, let's say a body transformation, being that one of my specialties and my skill sets, is you have to be out of balance. You have to be so focused on that and so obsessive about that, that there's nothing more in your mind. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing you should be thinking about in order to achieve that goal. Think about someone who's going for an Olympic gold medal. Do you think they have time for family, friends, clients, even whatever their business day to day, if they have one? Do you think they have time for anything else? No, they have to be so far out of balance, so focused, that's what brings the result, because you need to be so encompassed and cocooned into that driving that skill, whatever it is you're doing, to achieve that. You need to be out of balance. So having a balanced life, everyone say the key to happiness is a balanced life. Yeah, but overall, not that you're going to spend your every single day of every week, of every month, of every year in balance. You might spend a year crazy out of balance, working your butt off, and like maybe you're studying like crazy. Hey Nos, welcome aboard. I have to say it now, it's part of the process. Good to have you. So talking about having people say the key to happiness is a balanced life, and the key to happiness is balance, but it's not. The key is balance over the course of your whole life. You might spend 1 year, 2 years, 5 years building a business, for instance, where you work your socks off, where you go mental, and that's out of balance. But if you look at the whole course of your life, you might spend 3 to 5 years really working your business and getting it to a point where you can ease off a touch, not stop, but ease off a touch, and you've got the right people in place who are really pushing the business forward, for an example. So that's the distinction, is that, one, don't give yourself a hard time if you're going all in and working your socks off to achieve something that you really want to achieve. If it's the body of your dreams, if it's the bank account of your dreams, if it's the relationship of your dreams, if it's, achieving a degree or a doctorate, whatever it is, don't give yourself a hard time that other things are suffering because of that focus and you're out of balance. Put a time on it. Look at how long it's going to take. Project how long it's going to take you, and be out of balance. Be all in to create and generate that result that you want. So I know that from body transformation, things have to suffer. Lots of my friends in the past and girlfriends and have said, oh, you've got to be able to let your hair down, you've got to have a drink. No, I'm in the middle of a body transformation. I'm working on an 8-pack and I'm going to look ripped. And that's the kind of level of focus it needs, and being out of balance in order to, in the long term, create a much better balance, and that ebbs and flows. So that's the distinction of the day. That's the distinction. what is balance really? And balance, I think we need to look at, rather than zooming in and looking at one point and have, oh, every one of my days is balanced. That for me doesn't work so well. In fact, I need to look at the bigger scale and say, right, get a balance over time. So I've just spent the last 4 weeks rocking it, going full out, and maybe I'm worn down, maybe I'm slightly tired from it, but I spent the last 4 weeks grafting, and now I can take a week, 2 weeks off or whatever and get the balance a little bit better for a while, and then we'll go another cycle. So it's just having that distinction that really helped me, and it really made me think about that, particularly over the last few weeks where I've been really focused on have that instability in my life where when my business had to change location and I had to figure that stuff out, and I had to be over focused on that, and over focused on all the other elements of my businesses and what I'm doing in life. So, and then thinking, is it out of balance? Am I working too hard? But I think for most people who achieve average results will say you're being too obsessive, you're out of balance, it's not healthy. But for those who have ever achieved a extraordinary result in any area of their life, they'll relate to this and say and see that they need to have that out of balanceness, if that's the right word. They need to have that out of balanceness for a period of time to achieve that outstanding result. Any champion in the world has had to be out of balance. Every champion in the world has had to be out of balance at some point. So whether you're going to be a champion at something or anywhere close to a champion, you need to be out of balance for that period of time. So for me, it's not about balance the whole time. It's about balance overall, but you're going to be way out of balance for a period of time where you really knuckle down and you get a certain amount of work done. Sean, see you soon. We'll catch up. Good to have you in here. Have a little skim through. So it's just this is a clarification around balance. We will be way out of balance most of the time. We're going to be so focused on something that everything else has to suffer. Everything else has to suffer. So, and then we come back into balance when we've achieved that goal. Lauren, good to have you. Hope you're feeling well today. So that's it. That's the distinction of the day. If I've not been clear, please say. I will clarify it. Hopefully I've been clear. Give me a thumbs up if I have. Give me a share if you can. If that's helped you, if that's helped clarify something in your mind as well. So it's something that came clear to me today, and that's what Health Wealth Life is all about, just to share a distinction that I've had today, or something that I've learned today, or something really smart that someone shared with me. Welcome to London, Lauren, and you got a good day for it, actually. It's nice in London town today. So yeah, just sharing that distinction and help me get the message out there. So we want to grow this group, help me share it. You do that by pressing share. So there's a couple of important things that have happened over the last that I've recorded over the last couple of days. So looking at how intense your exercise routine should be and changing it up for a period of time. And that's one thing, taking it out of balance, right? It relates to this post. So you take your exercise to an intense extreme for a period of time in order just to shock your body and get those extra results, get those little bit extra out of your system. I don't know about balance because I swing straight past it all the time. I always get told I know all about balance because I swing straight past it all the time. So you're saying I get told I know. How is that? Explain that one, Sean. I can't pick it up. So you get told you know all about it because you swing straight past it. So do you know all about it? Do you know what balance is? But I'm suggesting that the truth balance, the ones who, for really successful people, the balance is really long term. You're looking at your life over maybe a 5-year period, because you might spend 3 years really grafting on a business plan. Most of us aren't, but that's the way it is, Sean. That's what I'm suggesting here, and where we should stop giving ourselves a bad time if you do that. Because, for instance, I'm back in the room, so I do it. But that's good. That's what I'm saying is good. Look for those extremes. Go into the extreme for a period of time. We don't want to stay there forever, but we want to go into that extreme to create that contrast. It's more interesting in life, but to create that contrast where we say, whoa, I've been really super intense about this thing for the last week, and now I'm coming out of it and I'm in more of a balance. But overall, you've been balanced because you might spend the next 3 weeks in a better balance. If that makes sense. That makes sense. Give me a thumbs up if it does, or say yes. So that's exactly what I'm saying. That's the distinction of today. We think that balance is we're not stressed, we have a certain amount of sleep, we drink enough water, we exercise, we get all these things perfectly balanced. But my distinction is, which I'm sharing with you, is that that's not the case. Look at balance over the long term, a 10-year period in your life, and you might find you spend 3 to 5 years of that just grafting on a business, and then that gives you 5 years, the next 5 years of living a life of your dreams, traveling, and then you might think, I've had some good time off, I'm really going to graft again with my business or my health or the way my body looks, or work on helping other people do that, whatever your passion is, whatever you love to do. So I love helping people. I love sharing the information that I got. One thing I've messed up with over many years is holding a lot of the information that I've learned, because I'm constantly looking for new things. I always love finding new ways to do things and better ways to do things and ways that you can get to results quick. I love that stuff and I love having conversations around that. About any area of life. So lifestyle, exercise, nutrition, supplementation, I categorize it into that 4 areas, my lens system. But I love learning about stuff like that. And then I was keeping that for my clients and the people who are in direct relationship with me. Yeah, but you need to rest that knee, Noz. Don't go too quick on that. So, you know, take your time with that, because you'll get set back even quicker. So don't be too extreme with coming back too quick. Get it right, and then once it's all fixed and right, then go really intense again in a controlled way and build it up and get more and more intense, and then ease off and then go intense again. That's the way we go. But that's the point. You're not going to be in perfect balance every day of the week, every month of the year. You need to go way out of balance in order to create a good balance over the long term. So I just started to talk about a couple of things that come up. Sammy, good to have you in the house, mate, or in the car. We're in the car today, but a contrast in the videos rather than being outside or with the white wall behind me or the forest. So one of the things I really want you to have a look at, I'm going to post a couple of things about omegas in your blood and balancing out these your omega levels in your bloodstream, because it's so damn important. If you look, I was talking to a friend who runs one of the most the fastest growing gyms across London, and they said, we had this conversation where supplements that most people use will be either a whey protein, a multivitamin, and then fish oil. Okay, so I'm going to help you take care of which ones and why, and which ones should you spend the money on, because they're going to get you the results. There's no point, for instance, there's no point paying a personal trainer for 6 months, £20 an hour, and you don't look no different after the 6 months. You'd be better off paying a personal trainer £100 an hour for 2 months. Yeah, so you know, you're around the same amount of money, or you might even save yourself money but get better results. And also, the things you learn, you can't unlearn them. Do you understand? So the things you learn, you can't unlearn them. Think about that. So if you spend a little bit more money with someone who really knows what they're talking about, you're going to learn more stuff that sticks with you for the rest of your entire life, then rather than spending it, being a little bit cheaper on it and not learning as much or good quality information that you can't carry forward. Karen, hope you're well. Hope the kids are all well. So I'm going to share some information about these omegas. So it's so important around that you get these fixed. You sleep better, your energy levels will be better, you'll be able to control your body fat so much easier, your blood sugar level will be balanced if you've got diabetes issues or blood sugar issues or craving issues taken care of, blood pressure, cholesterol, skin issues, eczema, so many good things, right? So I'm going to share that all with you. I just want you to understand about that, so you can make a informed decision about something, right? So that is the key. So I really want to share that information because it's amazing information that makes a massive difference to so many people once they get involved in it and they get it handled in their life. So I said in my fish, it was 30 seconds a day for massive benefits. So if you want to look at that video, check it out. It's worth watching. And I talk about something you could do for 30 seconds that, thanks, Karen. Thanks. I appreciate hearing that. Exactly. That's brilliant, Karen, to let me know. So I know I'm on the right track and I'm giving you some information. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a share. Share the posts. Share all of them. I'd really appreciate that. And it helps me get the information out and grow our group. So, you know, come to this chat Every day I'll be here 6 p.m. apart from today, Thursday. It's a little bit earlier on Thursdays, between 4 and 4:30. But you can always watch it on catch up or as the recording. So share it. Share it. We want 100,000 people in this group. That is the aim of the game. And we're all healthy and we're all wealthy. And we'll go through all of what that takes, the distinctions that we need to have and the things we need to do, the activities we need to stack in our daily lives. It's not one big thing. It's going to be like 20, 30, 50, maybe 100 little things that we need to do to bring out our personal best, to get your body looking exactly the way you want it, to get your brain functioning the way you want it, to sleep, and this will all help with relationships and everything across your entire life. So that's about it for today. I wanted to make the distinction of balance, that balance is not balance every single day of your life. Balance is being way out of balance so you can achieve something exceptional for a period of time and then getting the balance right over a longer period of time. And then I'm going to share some information that helps you to make informed decisions about really important things that are going to help you be more vital, have more energy, be more effective, be more productive in your life, which is all about. And essentially what that's all about, it's about being happy. So at the core of my whole teaching, the core of my beliefs is that we all want, if we have a little circle like that, we all want happiness. Yeah. So how I generate that happiness is I have a number of techniques and mind techniques, mind exercises that we'll go through, clarifications and distinctions, a number of exercises that I'll share with you and how to move your body in a different way. And then we'll look at nutrition and things that you can ingest in a certain way or at certain times. And then we'll look at the icing on the cake. It's supplementation. It just speeds the whole process up and reinforces and supports the whole system. How do I create that as an encapsulating that? Encapsulating that. And that I'm a personal trainer. I'm a health wealth coach. You know, do you want to get involved? That's the gist of it all. So that's starting with my why. All right, that's the distinction. Let's get out of balance for a good reason, and over time we know what we need to do through the health wealth videos, what we need to be doing and what activities we need to be stacking in order to bring out our personal best. So remember, guys, or what do we need to remember? Write it out for me. Write it out in the box below. What do you need to remember? You need to remember that happy is a skill that you can learn, and this is a better way to bring out your personal best. Let's go get some health wealth. Let's take the whole world with us. And have an amazing evening. Take great care of yourself and everyone around you. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for Health Wealth Life Day 48. Happy is a skill that you can learn, isn't it? Rose, happy day. Hope you catch more of this. Zoom back to the beginning and catch up. It's a really clear conversation that we've just had. Hopefully I've been clear. If I've not, just let me know. But and I'll clarify it. Happy to do that. But it's a distinction on balance. All right, I'll leave you with that. Have an amazing day and evening. See you tomorrow, guys. Take good care.